Hello, everybody. Everybody knows me as Sleepy the producer, and this is the art of listening. I'll be your teacher, your instructor for today. So we're gonna re-record it, okay? All right. So blah, 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 blah. What I wanted to do is just do a class. I want to do a class. I'm kind of jumping. This is a little nerve-wracking. I'm kind of nervous. I'm thinking about so many other things, and I want to do a good job. Okay. Just be hoodie. I'm Sleepy the producer. Y'all know me from mixing and recording a lot of artists out of the city, Memphis, Tennessee. I've been in audio and production for over 10 years. Worked for some of the most notable studios in the city and for some of the best venues in the city as well, and with some of the most notable musicians in the city. I just wanted to do a class. I get a lot of people who ask if they can sit in on sessions and kind of learn what I do, if I went to school for doing what it is that I do, how do I live off of doing what it is that I do. There's so many various questions that I get asked. So I figure I'd take this time, take the time that I have in between mixing records and doing other things, that I impart some wisdom, things that I learned from mentors that I've had along the way from each level that I get to. And I just want to give y'all this knowledge like I got it. If you're here, then you're interested in being a producer, maybe a more thorough like producer, not really just focusing on beat making, more so finishing a record. So if you're mixing, you're here because you're a mixer, maybe you're a recording engineer who's got to, get it sounding really good before it goes to a mixer. It's got to go through your hands, basically what I'm saying. After the music has been recorded or is being recorded, you got to touch it, so you're part of the end process. This is what this class is for. This is for the more advanced, more determined, more concrete music engineer, producer. This is about music mixing and post-production, okay? These are the things, these are the tools, these are the lessons that I've learned to be able to get a record done. These are things I still apply to this day. All right, now we're done with that intro, right? Today is Music 101, make it sound, make sure you go to the website. This will be posted to the website, makeitsoundbetter.com. That is where you can go and get all the classes, links to the classes as I post them. You can also see the credits that I have accumulated, some of the people, some of the team, some of the things that we're working on, and also beats that are available there. Okay, they're available for lease if you need to get some to an artist, or if you're an artist looking for some original music, looking to expand your sound creatively. Also, the hoodies are available at starvingartistcompany.llc.com. That is the house that we're under. That is the mother brand, if you would. Starving Artist Company LLC. Make sure you go and check out those hoodies. Look out for the upcoming season this spring. So we do hoodies in the spring. They're really nice, and you can wear them without sweating your weave out and sweating your cologne out. All right, now we're done with that. The art of listening. Before you do anything, before you mix a record, before I give you the nice plugins to use, before I tell you what kind of bass and 808s and all these things and vocal chains and all that type of stuff, it's really important that you gain a real good understanding and a real perspective about what it is that you're doing, what kind of end goal that you're going for. And you're going to do that by doing this experiment. You're going to listen. You're going to go to the top 40 and you're going to gain your perspective, okay? You want to take time out to listen to, the very best songs that have been recorded, the very best songs that perform the very best. And Billboard is a very, very easy way of seeing what those songs are. The songs that obviously have lasted the longest. They're up there for, I don't know, what, 8 to 15 weeks. I mean, you definitely want to see, you want to put your ear on it. And you don't want to skim through it. You don't want to skim through it. You want to listen to that song from beginning to end. You want to listen to the song from beginning to end, especially if you don't like it, especially if it's not your genre. That's one thing about Billboard. It's fair to, it maybe on some other areas, but as far as like covering a vast amount of music and genres, you're gonna get an earful for what the general public basically likes, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you develop your taste and expand your range. And that's very important. So when you get a record, if you're a mixer and you may not record, but you're always receiving records. If you're receiving records, you might get something from an artist who's doing pop, or you've always been mixing pop and you get somebody that's doing hip hop, or you've always been doing both of those and you get somebody who needs country or rock. You're going to want to expand into those various areas now, because it's going to help you in the long run when certain things come up. When it's time, when the hip hop season is done in the spring, and then it's time for like country and R&B to kick up, and you don't want to be sitting there scrounging your pennies together because you just didn't want to take the time to do something simple like this. Let me be an example to you. You want to get those you want to get that in, okay? You want to get that in, okay? It's very important. It's good to your mixing health, as career-wise, that you get that in. Don't take it for granted. I'm telling you, do it. All right, what you want to listen to, like I said, you want to go through that Billboard Top 100. That's the best place to start. You get you a real good perspective. That's technically the place where you can get a list of the best performing records in the United States. And that's really, really, you don't want to just overlook that because you're so creative and so caught up in the passion of what you're doing. Just get a perspective so you can see what you're doing, because this is a business and you want to have clear and concise thoughts. You want to be conscious about this. All right, now if you don't want to take the time to listen to 100 songs, which are averaging from 2 minutes and 40 seconds to 5 minutes, there might be a lot of time for you. So you want to go ahead and listen to the top 40 to kind of crash course it. Top 40 give you a good, nice range. It'll kind of shorten the range creatively of what you will get, because the taste of people that, it just varies from what a mass majority of people like, from out of 100 to 40. So, I would suggest, listen to the whole, top 100. But if you just got to, just get to it, top 40, and you generally be fine. And once you're done with that, you get a good earful. Get a good earful. Start playing your best mixed record to, right behind these records. And be honest. Be honest as you listen to them. Your absolute, your crown jewel. And you'll get a good perspective of where you are, because it's going to help you when you start to ask certain questions. Am I as good as I might think I am? Am I not as good as I think I am? Should I charge as much as I do? Should I charge more? Should I charge less? It'll kind of help you answer some questions. It'll get you asking the right questions as well. As you do this experiment, one key thing: do not change the volume knob. So whatever you set the volume at for that first song that you listen to from that top 40 before you start to do the comparable listening, you want to leave that at that general listening level for the entire experiment. Do not change it, because that's what's going to give you that true perspective without introducing those variable volume incremental changes that you might inherently do because the music is not performing in the same dynamic way that the song before it or after it is. This is the part where you actually are taking subconscious notes. You're taking these mental notes and you're seeing how these songs range and how they work and what they sound like and why number one is number one and how it sounds and why number 40 is number 40 and how it sounds in comparison to how long it's been out. But you know, you're going to put all those things into play because it's going to help you to make better executive decisions when it comes to mixing. That's it for today. Do that experiment. You're going to be glad that you did. Be honest with yourself. Get it in. Mix. Get those records done. You can hit me up on Instagram at Sleepy the Producer. Shoot me a DM or whatever. Let me know what you're working on. If you're on Instagram right now, you're checking this out, go to my YouTube, subscribe, like, share, you know, do all those cool things. Go to the website if you're an artist, or if you're not an artist, you can go to the website at makeitsoundbetter.com. You can be able to download you some beats, check out some promo codes that I'll be posting soon. I'll probably make some tomorrow, you know. That's about it, guys. All right. Church you later. I'm up here like a pastor. All right, y'all.